Oh, baby. We are 29 seconds into the first ever solo watch along here. And Tanner, I already made one mistake.
What'd you do?
I left the score bug up during the intro movie. D-Line from DVR is going to give me a very nasty worded message here pretty soon. But that's what tonight's going to be about. It's going to be about experimenting. It's going to be about exploring, trying some new stuff. My name is Bobby Karalla. We are joined... Well, you were joining me live from the basement at the DLLS Sports Studio. Tanner is right here, making sure that I don't blow up the thing. If I could give you a little tour of what we got going on, I would. But if I touch anything, I'm afraid I'm going to break it. We got GM Ben in the chat. We got head of production Kat in the chat, and again Tanner is watching over my shoulder. So I'm in good hands, but I want to leave my hands off the equipment. What? Oh no, I will. Okay. Because Tanner, as you know, this is presented by Michelob Ultra. Just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It is a superior, smooth taste worth playing for, and that is why Michelob Ultra is the official beer of the NBA. And that's another thing that I left the score bug on top again. How do I make the score bug disappear?
It was good.
Oh, it was good? Oh, thank God. We got it. All right, so we're going to be hanging out here for the next 2 or 3 hours or so as the Mavs take on the New Orleans Pelicans. I got a TV screen right here. I got chat right there. I got you right there. And we're just going to be hanging out. We're just going to be having a good time. If you want a brief history of watch-alongs at DLLS Sports, specifically on the DLLS Mavs podcast, well, things usually get pretty weird. All right, we were live as the Mavs thumped the Sacramento Kings in the first playing game last year. We were also live in the next one as the Memphis Grizzlies did the same thing to Dallas. I believe that game in Sacramento was the only ever win in DLLS watch-along history, that's pretty dark stuff. Okay, it's my job to fix it, but I'm not doing this alone. Mavs coach Jason Kidd is helping me, folks, because we got a big change. We've got a big change. The starting lineup tonight, D'Angelo Russell is starting. That is huge. Okay, that is huge. Max Christie also starting. That is also huge. What did I do?
There's the comment template was up.
Oh, was it?
That just says viewer name and.
Oh well, that'll be you. If you comment, then I'll. So D'Angelo Russell and Max Christie is your starting backcourt. The backcourt is not Cooper Flagg and Klay Thompson. No, it is D'Angelo Russell and Max Christie. That is a huge, huge, huge decision by Jason Kidd, as Abby, who is our social media manager here at DLLS Sports, as she notes, this is the first time Klay Thompson will be coming off the bench as a Dallas Maverick. He has played in 79 games in Dallas, has started every single one until tonight. It's a pretty big change. It is a pretty big change. There's no other way around it. It was needed, though. It was absolutely needed. The Mavs, plus minus, all of their on-off stats with Klay and Max Christie are very loud. Their on-off stuff with D'Lo is unmistakable. It is it is not unnoticeable. It is unmistakable, unmissable. They're so much better with D'Lo on than with D'Lo off, and they're better with Max Christie on than they are with Klay on. And I think the D'Lo thing is interesting because to me that is more about he has had some good games, but it's more about what happens whenever he's not on the floor and when Brandon Williams is not on the floor. In those instances, the Mavs are significantly negative, and a lot of that is with Cooper at the 1. And some of that was Coop at the 1 with Anthony Davis at the 4 and D-Live at the 5. Those lineups really hurt for spacing, and so it's not a surprise to me that they were negative, but then you bring in D'Lo off the bench, and you were significantly, significantly better. And here is a little bit of info for ya. there. So this season, with D'Lo on the floor, the Mavs are plus 4.8 per 100 possessions. They have a 112 offensive rating, which isn't fantastic. That's not the best thing in the world. Let me zoom in for you a little bit here. How do you zoom in on a Mac? Okay, that was a good guess. It was a really good guess. Mac's not normally my style. Okay. With D'Lo on the floor, the Mavs plus 4.8 per 100 possessions. With Brandon Williams on the floor, no D'Lo actually, minus 19.9, which is not very good. I mean, that's pretty awful. I'm going to keep it real with you. But with both D'Lo and Brandon Williams off the floor, the offensive rating is 96.1, which is yuckerific. And also, surprisingly, the defense is very bad too. The defense is 117.6 defensive rating, which is pretty bad. I mean, that would be last in the league by far most seasons. And that one is interesting, but I think the explanation for that, if I had to guess, is with D'Lo on the floor or with Brandon Williams on the floor. That means, again, it's not Coop playing point guard. It's not Najee playing point guard. And generally, the Mavs are going to turn it over less often. And the more you turn it over, the worse your defensive rating is going to be, because basically every single steal in the NBA is just a run-out dunk. So here's what I'm going to do for the next about 30 seconds is determine whether the faint reflection of the TV screen in the picture frame right above my head is enough to get this channel hit with a copyright strike. I can't really tell. Where's my mouse? Terrence Rand asked, did Clay come off the bench for Golden State? Clay did come off the bench for Golden State his last season there. And I believe a little bit maybe in the year before that. But that apparently was a pretty big point of contention among Clay and the Warriors management or coaching staff or all of the above, because Clay is trying to get a new contract. And, the Warriors are trying to win games. And sometimes those two things were at odds with each other because they thought their best chance to win was bring Clay off the bench. And Clay said, well, the best thing for my bank account, buddy, is not that. It is something else. Did I get a haircut? I did. And like GM Ben says, I did get a mullet last night. I'm trying to click. How do you do this? Okay. Here you go. I got a mullet last night, but only briefly. Unfortunately, it was just a wig. It would take me a really long time to grow out my mullet. But I did get a haircut. I got a fade. I think the guy did a pretty good job. And I think that he was proud of it too, because after the haircut, before I got out of the seat, he asked if he could take a picture of it for his Instagram. And I was like, all right, you're not showing off, you're not showing off your off days on IG. You're only showing the good stuff. So how are we feeling about the game? Give me your predictions. We're about to start, I think, in like a minute or two. How are we feeling? Good? Bad? Fantastic? The opposite of fantastic? Nightmarish, even? How are we feeling? Solo Bobby watch along. I remember these. That's right. We're bringing back Studio 415. Shout out to Kati Biabo, who's in the chat. I can't even say she helped me. She just did everything for this. I was just here sitting in this chair making sure that everything kind of like fit and all the lights looked right. But Kat set up this little kind of auxiliary studio. It's just a solo stream, and the idea is for Mavs home games, for example, Ron Harad is at the arena, Kevin Gray's at the arena, Mark Stein's at the arena. It's just me and Tanner here. And we like doing watch-alongs. I think they're really fun. It's a great way to build community and to spend more time with chat and everything. But it's tough to do that for home games because there's only one person, and I would look really lonely on that set. So we decided to build this studio, and maybe, who knows, maybe we can use it for more than just watch-alongs. Tanner's feeling cautiously optimistic. Okay. GM Ben, win 3 loading. Killy Kev says ghoulish. All right. That is pretty gnarly that you're feeling ghoulish. Mavs win 126, 115. 126 is a lot. I'm with you though. I think Mavs win by double digits. If I had to get a prediction, an official prediction before the tip-off, I think Mavs win by at least. I'm going to regret this later. I think Mavs win by 20 or more. I really do. Okay, so we are underway here, according to my one box score site. Let's see if we're underway on this one too. Tanner, what happens if I refresh a page? Is it going to explode? Or is this that thing? Is this that preview mode thing you were telling me about? Mavs win 120-112. Oh no, it just auto updated. Dude, that is fantastic. Okay, so a brief explanation off the top, and I'll remind you of this at the start of quarters and stuff. I'm watching on a stream that's like 30 to 45 seconds behind real time. You're watching me like 15 seconds in the past. So this is probably going to be 15 to 20 seconds ahead of you, maybe. So if you're really anxious about spoilers, then I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It actually isn't even changing anyway, is it? There we go. All right, we're set. Mavs opened the game running a play to get Coop going downhill. I like the play call. He wasn't able to finish though. It was a righty finger roll. Tough finish. He has, I've noticed. I've harped more on it whenever he's going to his left, trying to finish with the left hand at the rim. He has struggled finishing at the rim, especially when going full speed. He will absolutely floor it, right, and leave his feet, sometimes off 1 foot, sometimes off 2 feet. But whenever he's going as hard as he can at the rim, he has had a little bit of trouble finishing these finger rolls. It's almost like whenever you're going, I think the Pelicans are challenging 43 seconds into the game. That should be a finable offense, but it is really tough going full speed to the rim because if you just let that thing roll off your fingers, it's going to bounce so hard off the backboard that it's going to actually bounce in the other team's basket. So it's almost like you have to throw it behind you. You know, you really have to be careful. And the Pelicans are, in fact, challenging a play call, a foul call, 43 seconds into the game. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. I think though that it could prove to do one thing. If that was a bad call, if the Pelicans do indeed win the challenge, maybe the officials will be like, you know what, we came in with the wrong mindset. We're going to take our hands off. We're going to let you guys play a little more physical. But if the Pelicans lose that challenge, oh boy, they might get a lot of fouls called on them tonight. I was watching the Knicks, who started for the Mavs in the front court. It was Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, and Cooper Flagg. You can't take those challenges to the grave with you. That's true, but there is /R 47 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game. I don't know. Fastest challenge ever. I think you're right. If I had to guess. Kat and GM Ben, while I have you both in the chat, I do want your advice here. We're getting a lot of reflection action off this one. I don't think that it's bad. I don't think it's like, you know, I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble for that. But what do you think? What do you think? It does look like all ball. Uh-oh. That's pretty annoying. Did the Pelicans have possession, imminent possession or whatever? The coach's challenge was successful, says Mark Followell. Herb Jones, yes, that is quite a lot of ball. Now, he came down on top of PJ, so I get why they would make the call. Now, it looked like Herb had maybe possession, but it does not appear like they're going to get that. That was JB DeRosa telling Willie Green that it's going to be a jump ball at midcourt. It's weird that it would be a jump ball at midcourt, not a jump ball at the free throw line at the Mavs end of the floor. I don't actually know the rules on that, and we have a jump ball violation too on the ensuing tip off. So you have seen in 43 seconds a jump ball violation and a failed coaching challenge, and you wonder why the Pelicans are 1-6. Also, if anyone is reporting from inside the arena, can you let me know? Sean Heath demands that the fans stand until the Mavs score their first basket. Were they standing up during that commercial break during the coach's challenge review, or did people sit down? I would like to know that. Max for 3 misses. Sadiq Bey is starting for the Pelicans. That is something I haven't did not think I would see again. And then, of course, he cans the 14-footer. Patrick with Bobby looks like a real TV personality with his new haircut. Thank you. Thank you. I'll pass on the praise to my guy Ryanell. Coop open corner 3 missed. That's a tough one, man. Missed the finger roll right off the top, and then it was a good look. Okay, no fears. Cans the 25-footer, 26-footer. He does not look afraid, I have to say. He looks pretty confident. D'Lo forces it, and it's back to Sadiq Bey, and all of a sudden, okay. I was gonna say, if the Mavs go down too far, then my pop off whenever we found out the starting lineup on the pregame show is going to look really silly. Now, of course, PJ Washington just dribbles it off his own leg for a layup the other way, and it's 7-0 Pelicans. And my prediction, the Mavs would win by 20, is looking really awful right now. That's on me. That is on me. And that's an illegal screen by D'Lo. Games are long. That is my cope. Games are long. An oil ball, yes, that is right. That is right. All right, that's a bad base shot into a miss. Dribble handoff for D'Lo is nice. Good look at a 3. PJ started the season playing really well, but his 3-point numbers are a little grim. I'm not going to lie. He's not shooting it very well. That was bad defense. That ball cannot decide if it wants to come off the top of the backboard or not. Pelicans 120, Mavs 7. Jeez, Ali. Not a believer. Daniel Gafford is having a hard time. Okay, he did get the ball. We brought out the broom. Oh, hi, Tanner. Oh, okay. I don't think you can. So the TV broadcast tells me that the Pelicans have the 29th defensive rating in the league, and the Mavs have the 30th offensive rating in the league. So that is classic case of unstoppable force meets immovable object. Something has got to give. So far, the Mavs are giving. It's going to be tough to win if they don't score at all. D'Lo shot a 4-footer 3 feet. That's not great. And no one picked up Fears the other way. That is even worse. But they're not punished. And J-Kid calls a timeout. Jeez, man. 3.5 minutes into the game, and you're calling a timeout? So my snap take so far is I actually, man, this is going to sound like such a contrarian take, but like I like basically every shot the Mavs have gotten so far. I think they've generated good looks. They got a Cooper running layup. They got a wide open corner three. The PJ look from kind of that top sort of wing area was a nice action into a nice shot. The D'Lo floater was good. I didn't like the other D'Lo shot. But I've liked Coop's two looks, and I liked PJ's. Like, I like the looks that they've gotten. I don't like the turnovers, obviously, but I mean they've run decent offense so far. I think their transition defense has left something to be desired for sure, and their half-court defense hasn't been that much better, but they've created good looks. I mean, I'm looking for silver linings where I can find them. Ooh, this is a good question. Are the fans still standing? We need someone to report from inside the arena. Kevin Gray, if you're in the chat right now, we need you. I'm putting up the beacon. I'm lighting the beacon. This is painful to watch. This stream or the game? So 3.5 minutes of scoreless basketball, but we're feeling good because they got some good looks out of it. Bring Clay in, man. The one thing you can say about Clay is that he's not afraid to get shots off, but the other thing you can say about Clay is that he has not been making anything. The game. All right, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. If you guys watch Tanner, one of the things that Kat showed me how to do. If you hit the stream with a like, then more people and watch. I'm gonna make it disappear right now. Then more people will get alerted to this, and our chat will grow more powerful. Our community will grow larger, and we'll get to have even more good times as we wait for the Mavs to score a single point in a basketball game. Now, will it happen on this trip down the floor, or will it happen on the next trip down the floor? Killy Cam, I can't show that comment, I don't think, because it has a bad word in it, but I do like that you said sucky, not suck. I think that's hilarious. Oh, it looks like the Mavs scored, actually. All right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's right. You can always count on Max Christie. You can always count on that on Max. Why are Dallas teams being like this to us? What did we do to deserve this? Opines Ollie. Now, Ollie, as you know, all right, the Stars won last night against the Oilers. They're on like a 8-game point streak or something. They can't be beaten in regulation right now. They're looking great. All the other teams exist. How about that? Hook shot okay from Gaff. Okay, so I got a little bit of a yay boo on that Coop possession. So it's a kick out pass to Herb Jones. Coop completely lost Herb there, but did a great job recovering out to him. And even though Herb is left-handed and Coop closed out to his right hand, which is also that is signs of a rookie, Herb beat him going left, and Coop still recovered. So that was nice defense despite making one or maybe even two mistakes. Then of course he comes down and fires the pass out of bounds. Pretty poor start tonight from Coop, unfortunately. Pretty poor start. Giveaway, missed layup, missed a corner three. Did get a steal just now. Okay, that's a good play. That's a nice play. Just bring some activity. Pulling into the three. Bold. Very bold. We need to take a Boju. We got one. We got one. For members. Oh my gosh. Hey, where's the remote? Tanner. Where's the remote? The TV wants to know if I'm still watching the TV. What's happening? Someone just missed a shot. I haven't missed anything yet. The remote is right. I can see it. I can see it. No, it's right under the TV. All right, hang on. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. All right, Tanner's here to save the day.
Oh.
D'Lo just made a 3 here. I'll take. Yeah. Dude, I think it's so silly that TVs ask, "Hey, are you still watching the TV?" Like, brother, I'm 14 episodes into this Bridgerton binge. All right, leave me alone. Yes, I'm still watching. All right, I do not need to admit this to myself first off, or to you, or to anyone else. All right, Mavs are heating up now. They're up to 6. D'Lo for 3 did not hit the rim, like in a bad way. Tried to warn us about the Mavs this year. We should have listened. No, I have no problem with people saying negativity. Nope, no room for that. I have no problem with that at all. Um, just know it was more painful to say and to feel than it was to hear. Just know. Oh no. Even the TV doesn't want to watch the Mavs, dude. This is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at. It's a 2 for 13 start for Dallas. 0 for 6 on twos. And some guy, I don't mean to disrespect him, Carlo Matkovic comes in and throws down a lob. Points in the paint are 10-0. All right. Things are going pretty good. I don't know if that was a foul, but I do like PJ's aggression. The one thing you could say about PJ Washington is that guy, first off, Jeremiah Fears has to put a 0 on his jersey to let us all know he's not afraid of anything. PJ doesn't have to do anything, all right? PJ doesn't have to change his number or his name or anything. We know he's not afraid. And he does not stop. He does not stop playing. He does not stop battling. And in comes Clay. I'm going to crush a Mick Ultra for every Mavs field goal tonight. I don't want to stay sober. Have I opened a Michelob yet? We really are on Mick Ultra watch, aren't we? I have this one here. This is not for drinky drink though. This is just for it's a prop. But I will be having at least one to drink very soon. Very soon. All right, turnover, good defense. Clay the pass in transition. Nice pass by Brandon Williams. Cisse couldn't handle it. That was nice, though. That was nice. Jeremiah Fears did not know where he was on the floor. Fears is impressive, man, but he's definitely a rookie. He's definitely a rookie. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's the same with Coop. Like, these guys are kind of like figuring out their powers, right? Fears has beaten some guys off the dribble. We saw in the previous possession, he got to a spot and kind of like freaked out. It's like, all right, I'm hoping someone is out there, and he hoped instead of knowing. And that resulted in a turnover. Clay for 3, let's go. And next time down, he kind of lost track of where he was on the floor and bricked a layup. I mean, Coop's not the only rookie going through it. VJ Edgecombe is having a great year, but that's more the exception than the rule. Good to see Clay make a shot, though. That is big. Not Derek Queen's finest work. That was a scary looking shot. Are they going to wait until the second half to play transition defense? That is a good question. That is a good question. We'll have to wait to find that out. Tank time, start building around Coop. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Thirty got something. Cisse is impressive, man. He plays hard. He plays hard. The trick with The trick with that, he got in that Rockets game the other night and he was playing active, but he picked up a lot of fouls. It's tough. That's a nice shot by Clay too. It's tough as a big that plays like that kind of chaotically with that much energy. If the officials don't know who you are, it's really tough to get the benefit of the doubt. It's really tough to get the benefit of the doubt, which is not fair, but it's just kind of the way it is. Okay, that would have been. We would have had to have a conversation if Clay would have made that one. We would have had to have a little chat. That Queen with the board. Mavs killer, Jordan Hawkins. Jordan Hawkins absolutely had the game of his life against the Mavs a couple years ago. Clay again? No. That's a good possession. That was a good possession. That's one of the best possessions they've had all season. Shotgun him. All right. All right. Let me tell you something. They going to give him continuation on that? Wow. Okay. You don't want me. I don't want to shock. I don't want to shotgun a beer. I was going to say you don't want me to. I don't want to. I just don't want to. If the Mavs go down by 30, I will. I will do that. I will shotgun a beer if the Mavs go down by 30. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt if you're an anonymous unknown. Absolutely, Charlie Saturday. That is a great take, but unfortunately, you followed it up with a terrible take. Kid is going to gloat over this quarter. See, it's not a PG issue. No. He's not going to use this to. He's not going to stand 10 toes on that because they got good looks. Like this quarter is going to look good on tape. They've had a couple really, really bad possessions, but they've had some really, really good looks in this quarter. Nice by Clay. Dwight just couldn't grab it. Has Herb Jones always worn number 2? I'm not a number guy, but I don't think that he has. I think he changed numbers. Najee way up for Coop. Let's go! Oh, stare at him too. Let him know. Tanner's going to get to clip in that one. I can feel it. Coop went up and got that, and then he let that guy know. Coop looked at him and said, I don't know who the fuck you are. Kudos to the refs for not being massive buzzkills and hitting him with the tech for that, too. Mm. Herb used to be 24. Okay. I thought that he looked different. I thought he looked different. And now Jordan Hawkins is 24. He used to not. I mean, he couldn't have been 24 before. That sucks. That sucks. That looked weird. Derek Queen wrong-footed Euro layup in transition. That was, I mean, it looked like he definitely knew what he was doing, but he looked a little out of control. But you can see, like, he's had some interesting moves in this game already. He's got a lot of potential, man. I know that we on this show have definitely criticized the Pelicans for their decision to trade what they did to move up in the draft or move into the draft and get Derek Queen. But I see the appeal for sure. It's just such a gamble, dude. What they did was such a gamble. Broke my heart when Flagg didn't know who's Adrunas Legowski. That was tough. That was a tough pill to swallow, man. That was a really tough pill to swallow because Big Z was such a staple. He was a staple. And he was like beyond, he was better than just like your casual fan is going to know he is. Now, I think playing with LeBron definitely helped his visibility, but like he was an all-star, I think, right? And he was a good player. Brandon Williams to the line. He had that one really, really good game and then kind of has not had the best game since then, unfortunately. It is Micah Peavy on the floor for the Pelicans. And I know all about Micah Peavy. Micah Peavy has played 4 games. He's 3 for 9 from the field in his career. Hawkins v. Dwight Powell 1-on-1, and that was pretty tough. That was a tough shot. It was good defense. Kind of a ridiculous shot, but he made it. Nicely done by Jordan Hawkins. Brandon Williams, nice driving dish. I'd like to see Coop take that shot. Yeah, I would like to see Coop take that shot off the dish from Williams. Instead, he kind of reversed it to. Well, he didn't reverse it. He just kind of swung it over to Clay. The shot wasn't there. He gave it back to Coop. And then I think making the pass to B Will was the right decision at the end of that possession. But also, I think he's doing the calculus in his head of I have started really poorly from the floor, so I don't want to force a 3 whenever I'm already over 2. But I think he could have gotten a look there. Najee float game has not been the best this year so far. I still believe. Jordan Hawkins misses. He has some shame. It's 29-19. Pelicans lead after the first quarter. I would say certainly not what you would hope to see. That is the most generous that I can be with my assessment of this game so far. I think coming into the game, you had an idea of what you wanted, right? And I think based on what I've seen so far, one can only assume that this is not what many hoped to see. Currently, I'm trying to log into StatHead to explore their database because Kevin Gray dropped a pretty interesting stat on the pregame show. He said that the Mavs are 0-4 this season when they lead at the end of the first quarter, which is really, honestly, like really surprising. Because normally in the NBA it's the opposite. So when the Mavs are trailing at the end of the first quarter this season, what is their record? I don't know any of the keyboard shortcuts on a Mac. This has been such a humbling experience already. After Flagg's next big dunk, can you react in a British accent? I'll try. It's going to be really tough not to say some very common British curse words that are not as accepted in America. So this season the Mavs are 1-1 when they trail at the end of the first quarter. So you mean to tell me that the Mavs have led at the end of the first quarter in any single game this year, like at all? Kevin Gray is correct. Dude, they're 0-4 when leading after 1. I genuinely can't believe they had a lead at the end of the first quarter in a single game this season. All right, well, Mavs got him right where they want him then. Now, if you want to know, the Mavs losing that first quarter by 10 points, that's pretty bad. You never want to be down by 10, let alone lose a quarter by 10. But this, in game number 8 of the season, this is already the 7th quarter this season the Mavs have been outscored by at least 10 points. Not great, all right? That is, I would say that's not even good. My assessment is that is actually really bad. Because that's basically won a game. They have won 3 quarters this season by at least 10 points. Go ahead and rate that first quarter on a scale of 1 to 10. If you're bold enough to. Jose Alvarado gets his own offensive rebound. That is not supposed to happen ever. It's a lot of into the shot clock grenades for Jordan Hawkins. He probably does not like that very much at all, if I had to guess. Clay getting an extended run, and he makes it. Nice. Okay. So what we were talking about in pregame, KG and Ron and I were basically trying to figure out, like, okay, did J Kid tell Clay, or did Clay like ask to come off the bench? I don't think any of us think that anyone would ever actually ask to come off the bench, but if I had to guess, like, Clay hasn't played a lot of long stints this season. He'll play like 4 minutes, come out of the game, 5 minutes, come out of the game. Okay, Cooper just touched earth. We need to scrub that footage like right now. That just cannot that cannot see the light of day ever. That was all right. That was also terrible. That was not great. Clay has now played 7 minutes consecutively. If I had to guess, it's the longest stretch he's played consecutively all season. So at least playing that long kind of gets you like in the flow. Oh, pull up. Okay, that's a little ostentatious. Basketball right there. If I had to guess, he probably wants to play long stints. He would, if given the choice, I think he would rather play a long stint coming off the bench than short stints in the starting lineup. If I had to guess, it's tough, especially as a shooter, to develop rhythm. There's a pull-up 3 in transition for Coop. Okay, all right. He tried one of those earlier and missed it. Oh my God, Jordan Hawkins. Dude, he just tried to baptize Coop. Luckily he missed, but he still got his own rebound. Like, that's 2 guards that have gotten rebounds off their own misses in this quarter. And there's 9 minutes left in the quarter. You got to box out. Hardy misses the 3. Oh, nice pass. Oh, Derek Queen, man. It's the last time I take more than points for him. That was a nice pass by Alvarado, though. I don't know. Okay, so that was a pretty interesting sequence from Derek Queen, too. He's an intriguing player, man. I hope he gets like 40 minutes tonight. It has been fun watching him so far. He is something else. Brooklyn versus the Mavs. I don't know. We don't deserve that. We don't deserve that. Why doesn't Coop set more on-ball screens? That is an interesting question. That is an interesting question, and it is one I don't know the answer to. So this year, coming into this game, unless anything changed, which I don't believe it did, he has set 18 screens this season, 18 picks, like on the ball. And I think that's low. I don't know what the right number should be. Like, I feel like you can probably do 4 or 5 a game right now, maybe more depending on who's guarding who. I think the difficult thing is, if he's spending a lot of his minutes with I can actually look this up right now. But if he's playing a lot of his minutes without, I cannot look this up right now. Tight. If he's playing a lot of his minutes right now without D'Lo and without Brandon Williams, and he's out there with like Clay, PJ, AD, Gafford, who is he screening for? If he's out there with D'Lo or if he's out there with Brandon Williams, then I think that is something that could definitely work. But you kind of run into the same issue that the Mavs did whenever it was, and I'm gonna have to mention their names, Kyrie and Luka. There was a time whenever they weren't setting a lot of screens for each other. Mavs fans were getting pretty anxious about it. They were like, "Why wouldn't you do that?" For example, the Cavs did that to great effect with LeBron and Kyrie. Like, shouldn't the Mavs explore that? Think of all the chaos that could ensue. It's like on the one hand, yes, getting two great players involved in any action is always good, but if you have one great defender on Luka and another great defender on Kyrie, then there's no advantage to be gained from forcing that switch, right? Because you're just involving two great defenders in an action, which is also good. So if Coop is being defended by the other team's best defender and D'Lo is being defended by their second best defender, what advantage is there to be gained from that? Now if you can, nice move by Trey Murphy, but he bricked it, got a box out. But if you can engineer a switch to, let's say, like Coop has the center on him now and D'Lo's being guarded by a 6-footer, now you can create something with that, Or Coop's got the point guard and the point guard has a 5 on him, or like now you can have some fun. Difficult shot by Max, almost canned it, but Klay Thompson, Dwight Powell, pick and rolls, everything. For legal reasons, I have no comment. I think it's great that everyone's trying their best. D'Lo is a horrible player. He has struggled tonight. He is struggling tonight. I was the first to admit that he was having an impactful start to the season. But I was also the first to admit when Stein was breaking the news that the Mavs were going to sign him. I was very loud about my opposition to that decision, not just because of my opinion of D'Lo as a player, but also because it just meant the Mavs were, in my opinion, settling for a point guard. You use the taxpayer mid-level on a player that's going to start for you or play 25 to 30 minutes a game for you, sometimes more. That to me is settling. You don't have the luxury to settle. You got to go attack. You got to go find guys in the trade market or find ways to invest more resources into playmaking, which I view to be the most important thing in basketball. Shot creation is the most important thing because you create somewhere between 80 and 100 shots a game. That's a lot of shots. That's a lot of shots, and you need people to create good ones for you. This is incredibly ugly. It is. It is. Who do we pick if we get number one? Well, Jeff Kavanaugh. It's good to see you in the chat, brother. If the Mavs get the number one pick, I would say I'm partial to AJ DeBonsa just because I think he's a freak athlete and he's 6'8", 6'9", and can jump through the roof and is, I think, very skilled. And I think a wing duo of Coop and AJ DeBonsa is just nasty. And I want to fast forward like 3 to 5 years. I think like that is easily the best defensive wing duo in the NBA. Like by far, it's not even close. And offensively, both of them can go for 20 and score for themselves in isolation and play off each other. And they could both shoot. Like I think all they need is a guard to set them up. Like I think that would be awesome. But Darren Peterson also looks very, very good. Guard from Kansas, can shoot from anywhere, quick, twitchy, good size. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", and he can play the one. The Mavs need a shot creator really, really badly. I would not mind either of those two guys. And I think, frankly, the Mavs are, it's better to be early than late with everything. I think that the Mavs are probably going to win some of their next 5 games because they play a pretty soft stretch schedule. But 3-4 weeks from now, we're all going to be talking about the draft. That is my official opinion. We're not going to though because championship. Yeah, they got to get back to the championship games. Are we rolling out the tank now? I'm not the one to ask. I'm not the one to ask on that. I placed a sports bet wager on that very thing a couple months ago. Not enough to influence my well-being, but enough to have a really good night on the town if the Mavs win fewer than 40 games, 40 and a half games. I miss the days when watching the Mavs was fun. See, that is the thing, man. That is the thing because they had a couple really bad years, like in the mid-teens before the Luka draft, and the offense was pretty clumsy. But at least they had that was a nice pass by D'Lo. They had JJ Barea, Devin Harris off the bench, Yogi Ferrell. They had Dirk, Doug McDermott, Dwight. Like they had a really respectable bench lineup. It was just their starting lineup sucked, and let's be honest, that was kind of by design. Because as soon as literally anyone in the organization saw Real Madrid tape, they were like, yeah, we should go get that guy next year. And the plan worked out to perfection. They actually stopped playing the veterans off the bench down the stretch that season because they were too good. They had to cut back their backups minutes because they were winning too many games. But they were fun to watch, even though they were very bad. They were horribly bad, but they were fun to watch. This team is not fun to watch right now. And that's a great shame. Bobby's haircut is super nice. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you so much. My guy Rahinel set me up really good. Really good. I dig watching basketball like that. Are you joking? Are you okay? Are you all right? I worry about you. I worry for you. Mavs are gonna draft. All right, I'm doing some Googling real quick. Hannes Steinbach. He's 19. Okay. He is. Let's go to his bio. He's German. Oh, he's from Würzburg. Okay. Hannes Steinbach. How tall are you? 6'11". Oh, there it is. There it is. He's 6'11", but he's from Würzburg. I'm willing to make the exception. All right, don't look now. It's an 8-point game. It's only an 8-point game. Right now, the Mavs have a 78.4 offensive rating in this game. That's not good. 78.4 offensive rating in a basketball game. It's like my freshman high school B team that I was the backup power forward on, sometimes center. Okay. That was our offensive rating. Leaders so far. PJ Washington, Klay Thompson, 8 points. All right, no complaints about Klay. PJ, 7 points, 2 for 6. Coop, 6 points, 2 for 5. D'Lo trying to get on the board and can't. 3 points, 1 for 6. Suboptimal. Trey Murphy open 3. Mercifully misses it. Max down. Okay. All right. D'Lo turns it over. Oh, out of bounds off a foot. That is nice. Let them know about that backup power forward, backup center high school B team. Oh, dude, we had something special. We had something special. So the story of that, I had my shining moment actually came in the district tournament. So it was our first round, maybe our second round game. I don't remember. It was one of them, and it was a blowout. It was we had better than a 78.4 offensive rating in that game. And I get in. and the game is whatever, and it's toward the end of the game, and I get fouled, and I go to the line, and I make both. And then I get fouled again, and I go to the line, and I make both. And after the second foul, the dude fouled me pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. And it was like they're down like, 20 or whatever. I mean, it was blowout. It was probably like 10, but they were down a lot. And the kid that fouled me, I think it kind of had enough. PJ coast to coast, dude. PJ is stamped. PJ's legacy is safe. His legacy is safe. But, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the kid that fouled me was chirping. Not with me. He was trying to talk to me, and I was just like, dude, what? Like, I was literally like, it's like 1 p.m. on a Saturday right now. Please leave me alone. Like, I'm just trying to get out of here so I can go play Pokemon or Madden or whatever. And one of the parents in the crowd like laughed at what I said or how I looked at the kid or something. I don't know. Oh, PJ, get up! Get up! I'm showing that. I don't care. I'm showing it. I'm showing it. I'm showing it. So anyway, the kid got a tech. He got a tech. So I got 2 more free throws. I missed the first one, but made the second one, and even the official was impressed because this is a high school basketball we're talking about. High school players are, especially freshmen, especially B team players. Let's be honest, bad free throw shooters. But I was on fire, 5 for 6. All right, I actually got praised from the coach earlier in the season. There was like, Bobby's the only guy on the team that can make a freaking free throw. I'm like, well, you should give me more minutes. I'll pay the fine. Be careful what you wish for, buddy. Be careful what you wish for. All right, so we got a little bit of a ball game now. It's 42-39. Mavs are back in business. We got a timeout, Pelicans. The Pelicans saw the Mavs set an example and said, you know what? Let's see if we can top that. It's a 20-13 second quarter right now. Brandon Williams +6. The agenda lives. The agenda is so strong. So very strong. D'Lo -10. And I think that is the root of the issue. That is like the core issue the Mavs are facing right now is like which D'Angelo Russell is going to show up and which Brandon Williams is going to show up. And that, folks, that is precisely why I wanted them to pursue better, more talented, and yes, even more highly paid players than D'Lo and Brandon Williams, because with a higher salary, with more cachet or whatever, also comes more consistency, steadier hand. You know what to expect. D'Lo has had games. Here's his most recent. Here's just his game log. All right. Against OKC, 9 points on 3 of 14 shooting. All right. Pretty bad. Next game, Indy, 14 points, 5 assists, 5 of 11 from the floor. No complaints. Next game, Pistons, 31 points on 10 of 17 shooting. He was a man possessed. Next game, at Houston, 2 for 10, 10 points. Yuck. But 12 assists. Great. Okay. Tonight against New Orleans, 1 for 6. Like you don't know what you're going to get. Same with Brandon Williams. His game log is equally up and down, up and down. You can't have this roller coaster stuff, man. Rick Carlisle always used to say, the regular season's my job, that we're on a plane ride, right? It's my job as the coach to make sure we don't have turbulence, make sure we take off safe, make sure we land safe. Along the way, you don't want it to be a bumpy ride, right? It's been a very bumpy ride specifically for the point guards, and the Mavs offense is paying the price, all right? We could throw Cooper in there too because he's a point guard, unfortunately. If you combined these teams, would they make the playoffs? That is a good question. I think the answer is no. How big of a super chat to have a Bobby and Luds Mavs watch? Ooh, that is, I don't know. I don't know. Probably several $1,000s if I had to guess. Luds is this might come as a shock, but Luds is not a huge basketball fan. Hey, Sadiq Bey, how about you chill out? Take it easy. Beard shaping with a straight razor? Dude, hell yeah. Congratulations. That sounds awesome. My guy did my cheeks a little bit. I got a couple like strands of hair that grow. He got rid of those. Gaff with the second effort. There you go, buddy. And Trey Murphy immediately down the floor. That is not good. Okay, that is not good. This page needs to refresh. What did I do? Oh, a game must have ended. All right, you're about to see some surgery on live TV. This is not for the faint of heart. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. Back to normal. Who would be the starting point guard if you combine these teams? Jason Kidd. All right, 48-43. We got a game. I think I might be waiting. I should not be ahead. What's going on here? NBA.com. Stop keeping secrets. All right, Najee. Oh my God! I almost broke something. I'm coming so close to breaking this. You guys should feel my heart rate right now. Coop with the steal. Dunk on him. Nice take. I wish you would have dunked, but a lefty finger roll that's pretty smooth. That's classically nice. That's a classically nice play. That is classy. All right, this site is just not updating anymore. Never mind, we are good. Okay. Herb with some garbage and gets bailed out. That is not the way it's supposed to go. There we go. Love that we fight even if we aren't good. That is, unironically, that is an absolute fact of the last 2 seasons, really. I mean, the Mavs down the stretch last year, it was Kessler Edwards at the 5, but they were playing hard every night. Like you have to give it to them for that. You do have to give it, and frankly, you got to give it to the coaching staff too for that, for creating that buy-in. Awkward take by Derek Queen. B-Will? Okay. Derek Queen is trying to be a hero on some of these plays. Sadiq Bey back down. This is grim. Oh, and he scores. Oh, boy. Nice take, B-Will. Herb Jones, nice take. All right, this the last couple minutes has been fun. I think everyone finally realized, hey, wait a minute. The Mavs center right now is PJ Washington, and the Pelicans center right now is like 19. Let's just go to the basket every single time. All right, end of quarter. We got PJ setting a screen left side for Coop. Nice pass. Icing. Nice. Okay. That was a good pass by Coop. Awkward take by PJ. Max for the heave. Oh. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. All right. It's 52-49 at the half. Frankly, much better than it was looking for a little while. I'm not going to lie. I think normally I would say, all right, 52-49 at the half is pretty bad. I'm not too excited about that. But considering where they were, considering how they started, I'll take it. I'll take it. Flag looks good downhill. Just keep it simple for the kid, for God's sake. You're not lying, dude. You are not lying. Clay has a good 8 minutes, then doesn't see the floor for the rest of the half. Yeah, see, that's the tricky thing about coming off the bench is that once you get in that rotation, it's tough to. And he played 8:52, so it was 9 minutes, but still, 9 out of 24 is not great. But maybe he played well enough to deserve more than that. But shooting comes and goes. All right, I'm gonna give a little halftime analysis, and then I'm gonna go get a beer. So, my thoughts from the first half are thusly: one, the Pelicans are truly awful. They are bad. I don't know what happened to Trey Murphy. I don't know if I don't know what happened to Trey Murphy, but I am a big, big Trey Murphy fan, and this season has not been his year. Okay, that's the only way I can say it. I think he really, more than anybody, probably misses playmaking. Granted, last season's team had very little playmaking as well. So there's not really, not much can be said about it. But he has struggled tonight. He's struggled all season. I think Derek Queen is really interesting, but he plays a little out of control. I think they're in a position, though. Obviously, they stink. They're not going to the playoffs. They're horrible. They should be trying to win because they don't have their pick. But also, what do you have to lose? Like, what are you going to play Kevon Looney for 30 minutes a game? Like, your centers are god awful. Just play Derek Queen as much as you can and let him go out there and make mistakes. It's going to look weird, but the payoff could be immense. So that's my Pelicans opinion, is that they're bad. This is a bad team, and the Mavs should beat them. My Mavs analysis: Coop has been aggressive trying to get downhill, which I like. There were a couple. There was 1 3 in particular that I think he should have shot off a little drive and dish by Brandon Williams out to the corner. But otherwise, he took 7 shots. I think he's been aggressive. He's going to the rim. He's missed a couple threes that I didn't like some of his threes. He had a midi that I thought was all right, but going to the basket, he missed a layup, which is tough, but he's going to make those more often than not. He had that dunk in transition. It was awesome. He made the free throw, still hasn't missed one this year. Gaff's activity, he's out there doing his best, but he's kind of a one-man wrecking crew right now. Off the bench, Clay, okay, buddy. All right, I'm with it. I see you and I respect you, and you're valid. And that's it. That's my Mavs analysis for you. PJ has my all-star vote. PJ Washington forever. I think that is true. Now, I don't know if these comments were connected to each other. That dog show is entertaining, immediately followed up by this. But hey, I'll take the comedic timing. Maybe that was just a coincidence. Maybe it was something greater. You want to hop on here while I go get a beer, or you want me to put up a waiting screen?
Put up the wait.
All right. We're gonna change the camera battery. I'm gonna go potty and get a beer. We will be back in what do you think we'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We got some music to play for you.
How long do I think it'll take you to go to the bathroom? I don't know, Bobby.
All right. Well, that's none of your business. All right. I'm gonna put. Wait a minute. Where's the music? I put the music in here. Oh, it's up here.
Yeah.
Commercial track, right?
Go for it.
All right.
It doesn't repeat though.
That's fine. I'll be back in 2 minutes and 4 seconds max. We'll see you soon.
Are you just leaving We Are Dog shit up there?
I don't know. That's just stuck up there. How do I get rid of the comment? I want to make it go away. Where is it?
It's also over here. Are we on right now?
Yeah, we're on, right?
Hi. Here, let me see. It's gonna be in the scroll up in the overlays. It's somewhere there.
No,
Scroll
it's
down.
not. Well, it should be in here.
Yeah, you just have to scroll and find it, but it should also be somewhere in the overlays.
What have
Scroll
I
down
done?
in the overlays.
Overlays.
There it is. See that? That's the comment. Just yeah.
I mean, it's clearly that's an all-time great comment because it just won't go away. Welcome back. It's the DLLS Mavs watch along, and we and the chat tell it like it is, folks. That is what we've learned here. I'm trying to get this score bug to show the actual game that we're on. I don't like that the scroll just auto updates. I think that's actually very uncouth.
It goes different game.
Yeah, just as games end, they kind of disappear. We were lucky the other day because it was just the only game. So you're watching me again do some live surgery. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm going to show you what I got from the fridge here in a second. I thought about getting a snack, but I have a follow-up appointment with my doctor on Monday, so I want to make sure that my body's a temple for the next few days. Leaving up that comment for reason. No. The music auto ended, right? It doesn't loop.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right. I grabbed a Michelob Ultra because even if my doctor is going to understand. First off, it's only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. This is not going to show up. All right. I'm going to feel great about this as I sip and also after I sip. This is a superior smooth taste worth playing for, and that's why. Hang on. That's why Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the NBA, folks. Acting like I left adult content while I work. Don't give them any ideas. I didn't do anything. You need bourbon to enjoy it more? No way, dude. No way. Michelob Ultra only and always. So how are we feeling at the half, everybody? How are we feeling? Do we think the Mavs are going to take the win, or do we think the Mavs are going to take the L? What will the Mavs be holding at the end of the night? Their dignity or a large L? Let me know in the comments right now. Right now. What do you think is going to happen? Get your prediction online before it's too late. No one's left any comments. Are y'all all in your own kitchen grabbing a Michelob Ultra? Am I alone in this by myself? Am I on my own? Guys? Anyone? Anybody? Oh, thank God. Someone's not feeling good. Lil Nisso's not good at all. Lil Niso? Can you spell it phonetically for me? I want to make sure I pronounce it right. Not good at all. And that same goes for everybody. If you ever leave a comment and I pronounce your name wrong, let me know. I want to make sure I pronounce everyone's name right all the time. Not good at all. PJ's too good for us. Oh, Coop is like, I ended up with the Wizards, just a Southern one. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough, man. Oh my God. L. Oh no. Musa Cisse buzzer beater. All right, there we go. That's what's gonna happen. I can feel it. Unfortunately, a loss. Would it be unfortunate? Victory, but nervous. Okay, it is Little Niso. Okay, all right, perfect. Little Niso, or like Neso, Little Neso. So like almost like Spanish. Victory, but nervous. I think the Mavs are definitely. This is gonna sound. This might sound dumb because the Mavs are currently losing, but I believe the Mavs have been the better team tonight. I believe the Mavs have generated better shots. and I believe that the Mavs have they had about 4 minutes where I think they were kind of experimenting with the idea of pursuing different careers than the one they are currently you know doing. But outside of that very unfortunate like 4 to 5 minute stretch, I think they've been the better team. The question is, and this is often the case in close games, um, okay, let's say that it's gonna come down to can Musa Cisse knock in a buzzer beater, and let's say Musa somehow misses, all right, and the Mavs lose by one because Musa Cisse missed a layup. Well, did they lose the game because Musa Cisse missed a layup, or did they lose the game because they got absolutely humiliated in the first quarter, losing the first quarter by 10 because they went down 9-0? Like, is that what lost them the game? Um, you can't. In the NBA, NBA games are weird, especially if you're a good team. You can afford to have like 2 or 3 bad minutes. It's gonna happen to everyone. Even if you're good for those 2 or 3 minutes, but the opponent just gets hot and they score 15 points in 3 minutes, it's gonna feel like the sky is falling and whatever. But like you're good enough to kind of overcome that thing. But even the best teams can't really afford to have like 6 bad minutes or 8 bad minutes or a full bad quarter. Like it's just really, really hard to win consistently whenever you have prolonged rough stretches in a game. And that's why I was so hopeful that they would make a starting lineup change. Now they did tonight and they still had a terrible first few minutes. So maybe I'm just a complete doofus. I mean, I am no matter what, but like maybe I don't know what I'm talking about at all. But, you know, that's why I wanted them to make a starting lineup change. Again, it's not just because I think D'Lo's great or I think Clay sucks or whatever. It's because you cannot afford to spot your opponent 10 points every single night. Now the Mavs have already, you know, and now it's kind of a new game. But if we play like we did in the rest of the game, we should take the dub, in my opinion. I agree. I think it was a pretty stark difference between the first and second quarter defensively. Offensively, I feel like the Mavs had again really good shots in the first quarter. Um, it felt like they were a little more eager to get out and run in the second quarter. Now it is easier to do that when you're getting stops, forcing turnovers, things like that. But they were getting out and run. They were getting out and running. I love just getting out and run. You know what I mean? Um, they got some second chance points too. I mean, they played with a little more energy, a little more activity. I think in the second quarter. Quentin Grimes has 27 points. Who could have seen this coming, man? Who could have seen Quentin Grimes becoming a good player? Who could have guessed? Who? All right, we're underway. It's 52-49 Pellies, and Sadiq Bey has the ball. Now No Fears does. And Kevon Looney wanted to take that three so badly. Instead, he settled for a 17-footer and bricked that one instead. All right, what do we got? Is this going to be a better start or not this quarter for this lineup? I mean, it has to be. It's really tough for it to be bad. Was Grimes Martin just bad of a trade? Basketball wise, oh, okay, that's not an interesting stat. I mean, it's kind of an interesting stat, but it's not really that interesting. Um, business wise, no, it was not nearly as bad. Morally, not as bad. Emotionally, not as bad. Like all of the off court stuff, not as bad. On the floor, a it was objectively a bad trade, but it's still not as bad as the Luka trade. Um, if you're looking at Excel spreadsheets and QuickBooks and the salary cap, though, it was complete. That trade was an abomination. a complete disaster of a trade the second that it happened. A complete disaster of a trade. Damn. I think I made it worse. Did I make that worse? Holy. That thing is going to fall off. I'm not touching it. Wait a minute. Now the game is just straight up reflecting off my face, but that's fine because at least you can see Omax. Kevin, if you're reporting from the arena, can you let us know how long did the Mavs fans stand up? Did they stay standing through multiple commercial breaks and they had 0 points? You need to let us know. When did they actually sit down? Did they cheat? We have our second replay review of the game. This is an away from the play foul, so I believe this is one shot in the ball, right? I think I would say that this officiating crew, so Suyash Mehta, very well put together man, and JB DeRosa also very well coiffed. You know, like just a really good haircut. And then this other guy, Brandon Schwab, I don't really know anything about him, but his hair is really nicely slicked back as well. I think that this is a good looking, very well kept. This is a really good officiating crew. I think kudos to them. PJ just dribbled directly into Kevon Looney and got blocked. I don't know what he thought was going to happen there, but Trey Murphy, keep giving the ball to Trey. Keep feeding him. Keep feeding him. Kevon Looney, another jumper, is a disgrace. Oh, no! The hell was that? Good God. What was that? Jeremiah Fears just threw up some gobbledygook. I hated that. What a drag. Looney with the okay. Herb Jones for 3. Brick City. Kevon Looney. This is reminding me of the 2022 conference finals. Getting horrible flashbacks of Golden State Warriors fans learning who I am. That was a dark time in my life. All right, so there's no follow-up report from Kevin Gray. And it looks like this thing is just not even updating anymore. But whatever. I'll keep feeding you the time and the score and see what happens. Saddiq Bey just canned a 3. Pretty disrespectful to wear number 41 in Dallas. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why I've been so hard on Saddiq Bey tonight. Should not be able to wear that number around here in my city. PJ for 3. Teach him a lesson. There you go. PJ Washington, best player on the Mavs. Best player on the Mavs. And it really is not very close right now. Trey Murphy, he is the best player on the Mavs, and it really is not very close right now. D'Lo, eh, 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 eh. Now this is pod racing. Oh, Gaff said, "Give me that shit." PJ, oh, that would have been okay. That would have been pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool. I will tell you. Build around PJ. This is the way. This is the way. Build around PJ, man. Change my mind. If the Mavs get the #1 pick, it's easily Darren Peterson. It's going to be Darren Peterson with Coop and PJ and Lively if he ever gets healthy and can play basketball again. And then I don't care. You can put me at 2 guard. You can put KG at 2 guard. You can put Ron at 2 guard. You can put Stein at 2 guard. Whatever. I think the only thing keeping PJ from being a first ballot Hall of Famer is, can you make a free throw? Just like ever. Could you make a free throw one time? Would be a transformative thing. There you go. He made one. All right, so the Mavs made a nice little push here. Okay. Went from down 13 to up 2. I think the vibes are improving a little bit. Trey Murphy, brother, stop. Just stop. Like, I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for him. I don't know what else to say. Max Christie's dunking now. Yeah. Pelicans, it's going to be a long year. It is going to be a really, really, really long year for you. The organization, I don't know if they deserve it or not, but the players don't. The fans definitely don't deserve it. The fans do not deserve to watch this team play basketball. But Mavs are making a push. Let's go. So it's 61-57 here in the third quarter so far. It's 12-5 Mavs. Pels are 2 of 11 from the floor. Mavs are 4 of 8. Dallas has 3 block shots. Got a couple second chance points, couple offensive rebounds. Disturbingly, the Pelicans have 4 offensive rebounds, but they've done about as much with those as I would if you gave me 4 offensive rebounds. And that's how games change, man. I mean, it was a 13-point Pelicans lead, and now it is a 3-point or 4-point Mavs lead. And you know the game is it's definitely trending in the right direction. That's really that's the friendliest way of putting it. I think the Pelicans, you know, the Pelicans don't really have it's like a nice, they just don't have a lot of hope. Like, I know Zion is out, but like they traded Ingram, they traded McCollum, like they just broke that team up, and they were never really that good to begin with. Outside of that one period they had, I think it was in either 2021 or 21-22, I don't remember, maybe 22-23. Whenever it was, they were #1 in the West, like on like November 10th or something, and everyone was like, "Who are the Pelicans going to be the best team in the league?" Outside of that, they've just been a consistently losing team, and it's tough, man. You don't have your pick. They're not going to win any games this year. They still might win tonight. I'll keep it real with you, but like they're not going to win a lot of games, and they're just kind of stuck. They're kind of stuck, and that is not a good position to be in. You never want to be stuck in this league. You never want to be stuck. If you aren't a Mavs or Pelicans fan, are you watching this game? You are if you are an absolute degenerate. If you're a Mav or Pelican fan, are you watching it? Yeah, that is actually the more pressing question. All right. Check ball. Can the Pelicans respond? We got Caleb Martin in the game. Gonna absolutely put the clamps on Jose Alvarado. I liked how Follow-Up pronounced that. He said Caleb Martin, not Martin. Kind of a Tim Cato way of saying it. Tim always pronounces his T's. Martin. Ooh, nice take by Herb Jones. Going right. Bumped off Caleb Martin. All right, this website, this website, guys. Max said, Herb Jones, what's 2 + 1, pal? Because that's how many points I'm giving you right now. Sadiq. Okay, Sadiq. Chill on, but tonight is not about you, Sadiq. Tonight is about Cormac Carl. All right, Najee just committed an offensive foul. That was very weird. I think he did not deserve that. How much will a ticket to Pelicans Nets cost? Dude. I can think of many. There's ways you can give back to the community instead of going to that game. Sadiq Bey, dude, chill out. Calm down. Stop. What is your problem, buddy? Just Clay's about to check in midway through the third. Carl Matkovich could not handle Caleb Martin. Max Christie again. All right. Max having himself a third quarter here. Christie in the third has, where is he? 7 points. All right. All right, Max. All right. So I'm gonna be just completely honest with you. This is my first time watching the Pelicans this season outside of some highlights. Trey Murphy's spending way too much time on the ball. This is actually like they should not be making him do this. Legitimately, like really reckless decision by them. Putting Trey at point guard is way worse than putting Coop at point guard. Like that guy is not. He's just not a point guard. I don't get it. I don't like it. I hate it. I don't want to say what I'm reacting to, but I think you know what I'm reacting to right now. And my silence was also matched by the Mavs TV broadcasters. That's what I can say about that. So this is not updating. All right, 66-66. 5 minutes to go in the third. We got D'Lo going one-on-one with Carlo and missed the pull-up. There we go. Now it's fixing. Perfect. Sadiq Bey going behind the back casually. You know he's feeling it. Trey Murphy just absolutely. Dude, stop doing this to yourself. Trey, stop. You are hurting my feelings. Ooh. That is actually really not good. Okay, they showed Brandon Williams leaving the game. He's back in, which is good. He slid like rib first into a camera guy's knee. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. I mean, based on the way he was it looked like he cracked a rib or something. But clearly he's fine because he's in the game. Or maybe he's not fine because the Mavs just play hurt guys all the time. Who knows? High teardrop from Najee. All right, now we got point Herb. Love it. Alvarado pulls up on Clay and banks it in. Okay, that's whatever. It's kind of fucking weird, but fine. Luckily, he deflected that one out of bounds, so Caleb Martin could not take another three. Dude, he missed the rim by like 2.5 feet. That is just absolutely just, ugh, God. All right, Coop up top. Another pull-up three. Really feels like he's hunting that shot a little bit too much. Najee for three. That is not a good choice. And Pelicans going the other way. They don't have numbers. Okay, Alvarado beats him off the bounce. That's a tough shot. Tough shot. All right. Timeout Mavs. This thing isn't updating, but it's 71-68 Pellies with 3:37 to go in the third quarter. All of the vibes that we were experiencing and sharing together, and all of those good feelings that we were feeling, they changed when Caleb Martin came in the game. He in 4 minutes is 0 for 1 and is -7. So that's cool. That's really good. That's good. Love that. Meanwhile, as I was informed, Quentin Grimes has. Well, the Sixers lost. All right, so they're now 5-3. They're not even that good. But Quentin Grimes had 27 off the bench. Oh, look at that. 4 turnovers. See? Can't win. Oh, he was +4 in a loss, though, so I guess he might be good after all, guys. I don't know. What do you think? Here's where this is the only time I'm going to talk about this. Okay, well, first off, I can't show that. Please stop. The new box scores, I'm not going to lie, I think they look really bad. I do think they look really bad. I want to go on record and saying that. But I don't think it's a problem that they moved points to the left. Points used to be way over here. You can't see my mouse, but that's fine. Point used to be in the far right column. I like that they have points on the left. I think the thing that sucks about this redesign that they have minutes on the far left. I don't care how many minutes a guy played. That does not need to be the first thing I see. And then I also super don't give a fuck how many offensive rebounds they had. Sorry, that was unnecessary cuss. My bad. You do not need to itemize the rebounds for me before you tell me how many rebounds he got. Like that is bad. That's just bad. It should be points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, turnovers, shots, free throws, field goals, all that stuff. If you want to do the offensive and defensive rebounds, do it somewhere else. You don't need to show me that right here. That's my official take about the box score redesign. Why don't I go to the home games? I don't go to the home games because I stay behind and help whenever I'm not doing these. I'll sometimes help cut highlights, or I will be making the halftime score graphic, doing some tweeting, doing some posting. Sometimes, like on Monday night, for example, I was double dipping, helping with Cowboys. So if there's another team playing, I'll do that. Like, so and if I went to the game, I'd have to leave at halftime to get back here anyway. And I'm too lazy to do all that walking, frankly. That's like the number one reason. I'll keep it a buck. All right, how will the Mavs respond? Down 3. I can already see they scored. Let's see how they do it. Brandon Williams, Dwight Powell, pick and roll. Tail is old as time. You know that's going to create a good shot. And it does. Dwight Powell, good player. Brandon Williams, pretty good player. Pretty good player. Saddiq Bey wants the rock, dude. He is in the zone. He's calling for it. Oh, you're not doubling Saddiq Bey, dude. You are not doing this. All right. Hawkins missed. Rebound by Coop behind the back. Okay. Centers it. Goes up. Finishes. Nice. 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 That was good. That's a good take by Coop. Good decision. All right, Alvarado isoing on Coop. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Beats him right, though. Missed it. No one boxed out Bay. That was good D by Coop, though. Kind of tough. He gets switched. It was either hard. I think it was Brandon Williams got switched on to Bay. He's not winning that battle like ever. But you got to fight a little harder than that. That one wasn't Dwight's fault. Dwight does lose a lot of one-on-one battles. Nice pick off by Coop. Another behind the back. Okay. Ooh, keeps his eyes up. Finds Hardy. I like what I've seen from Coop tonight. Oh my God, Sadiq Bey. Okay. He remembered who he was. Coop spin move? That would have been a nice finish, I'm not going to lie. That would have made me feel things. All right. 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 73-72. Coop missed. Tough shot. Tough shot. You got to get a little more touch on that, though. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's pretty bad. That was pretty bad. That was bad. I don't like that. Coop? All right. Coop's aggressive tonight, dude. I don't know if he watches the pod or what, but he must have got the talking points emailed to him this morning or something, because he is coming out looking to shoot. Oh my God. Alvarado's nice. And the one thing that we can say, the one thing that I can say about Jose Alvarado is that the Mavs really liked him coming out of college. But Pelicans ended up with him. Clay for three? All right. All right. Take foul. Okay, that's fine. It's been a good third quarter. It's been a good third quarter, man. Efficient. There's been some defensive breakdowns. There's no reason to lie. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this, but shaping up to be a pretty interesting fourth. Out of DLLS and Locked On Trio, who's the most pessimistic, or like just in general, who's pessimistic? All right, Alvarado, tough shot. Jesus, Murphy. Oh, he made it. He could not. He had to be late, right? He had to be late. That was late. That was late. That was definitely late. Let's see. They're showing it. Oh, yeah. Still in his hand. Okay. All right. So it's going to be 78-77 at the end of the third quarter. Mavs carving the lead a little bit. They ended up taking, what? They went up by 5 or 4 or something. They went up by 5. They gave it right back. They were like, no, well, take it. It's yours. Have it back. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. A little unfortunate, but it's shaping up to be a fun fourth quarter. Out of DLS and Locked On, who's the most pessimistic about the Mavs? Probably, probably me. To be honest, probably me. I think KG is also. KG and I are both we just want this team to be good really bad, and they're not. And so I think we're like grappling with like our own like sports convictions, but also like our sports feelings, and that makes that results in some sadness. I think Isaac also feels that way too. I don't want to speak for him, but you know, Isaac and I see a lot of things similarly. Did they end up counting that fear shot at the shot clock in the second quarter? I think they did. I don't remember the score changing, so I think that did count. I think that did count. I think it counted. All right, tell your friends, get him in here. Oh my God, what did that shot? No, it didn't. Right? They didn't count that, did they? Why are the points on the board? Why are there points on the board? I don't like what's happening here. Oh, they took it off. Okay, they took it off. All right, we're good. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. The fix is not in. The fix is not in. All right. That's all is right with the world. All right. Tell your friends, get him in here. It's gonna be a fun fourth quarter. I can already feel it. I can 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 feel it. I'm gonna make sure it is. I'll go into play-by-play mode later on if I need to. If it gets really close. All right. If a Musa Cisse buzzer beater is incoming, I will. Elevator play for Clay. I like that. Didn't lead anywhere, but it was all right. Okay. All right. Nice take by Gafford. Wow. You take pros for granted. That was not an easy play, and he still made it. That was nice. Hawkins right wing pull up, tough shot. All right, New Orleans back in front. Najee, Najee. Oh boy. Oh, Gafford just fell down. Oh, he's laughing though. Okay. All right. Okay. Don't go breaking my heart, buddy. There's no way the Pelicans are going to use a challenge on this, but I'm not sure that was a foul. I'll be honest. I'm not sure that was a foul. Elsewhere, the Rockets are absolutely blowing out the Grizzlies in Memphis. They're up 18 with under 2 to go. Mavs play the Grizzlies next, right? It's Grizzlies, then Washington, or maybe it's Washington, then Grizzlies. I don't remember. Najee goes 2 for 2. Lets Jose Alvarado know, buddy, that's what I do. I'm sure that's what he said. I'm sure that's what he said. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to catch the ball first, pal. PJ's going to dust this guy. No, he's not. PJ's going to give it right back. All right, that was really stupid of me to count on that. Jordan Hawkins going to screw it up. Trey Murphy going to screw that up. Derek Queen going to screw that up. All right, everyone catch your breath. We just witnessed some real tomfoolery. PJ's in can't dribble mode. Brother, he lives in can't dribble mode. He was born in it, molded by it. So the question is, if this game gets under control, which team do you trust more to create good shots? I think the answer to that would be the Mavs, to be honest. Derek Queen, you have to do something with the ball, man. Yeah, if this game actually slows down, I think the Mavs have a serious, serious chance to win the game. Like they should be like heavily favored to win the game if this just stays under control. Derek Queen said, no, you don't. All right. Okay. Okay. Taking Gaff off the dribble. Oh, lefty finish. Jesus. You see the flashes. Like, that is a vision I can actually see. I still hate the trade, but I can definitely see what the Pelicans are looking at. That is a bad decision by Brandon Williams. Oh, PJ said, fuck out of here. God, PJ is so cool. He just does not give up, man. He does not stop. He does not stop. All right. Brandon Williams with the steal. Mavs ball other way. Got to get a good shot. Or like a shot would be good. Okay. All right. Take it. Take it. Take it. How's my prize picks doing? Let's check in on my prize picks pick of the night. So I got Gaff for 8.5. He's at 8. That's not looking like a winner. Got D'Lo for 4.5, 5 assists. Actually, he is at 3. Okay. Derek Queen for 8 points. He has 10. Okay, 5 boards. He's got 4. I have a puncher's chance. I got a puncher's chance. I'm feeling good. Need Gafford to actually be on the game though. Was that Tanner yelling? No, that was KG yelling. Kevin. KG is upstairs. He is now he has entered the building. Kevin, everything you're saying, I just want to say everything you're saying is showing up on the mic. So don't say anything that you would be embarrassed. You know what I mean? Just be mindful. Oh, Max Christie just ate shit. Oh, his shoe came off. Oh, he's trying to play shoe. Oh no! You cannot put your shoe on mid-possession, bud. What was that? Max. One thing I can say is that back in my day, a Mavericks player would have just picked that shoe up and dealt with it. What's the payout is 13 buckaroos on a $5 play. And with that $13, I would happily purchase some Michelob Ultra. All right, it's 86-82. And you're starting to get to the point of the game where you're paying attention to the clock. You're starting to get to the point where you're paying attention to the clock. Najee, they're just going to let you drive, man. What are you going to do about it? Okay. Pass out to D'Lo. D'Lo is going to try and turn it over, but Mavs ball. D'Lo goes right, pulls up, very tough shot, and makes it. Very tough shot. One dude stood up and pumped his fist a couple times courtside. He's feeling good. Najee says challenge that right now, running off the floor. I don't know if that's like a power move or if he's getting subbed out. The Mavs are challenging. Okay, so we do have a coach's challenge. 8:22 to go. 8:22 to go, folks. Let's spam this link. Spam it. Juice it. Juice it. Juice it. What do we think is going to happen? Not with the review. I mean with the game. Are we going to hit 95 points? Yes, I think so. I think so. I think they will. I think they will. Looks like Dante Exum is not limping. Well, that's good news. It's good. That's good. Points would be nice. I agree. I think points would be good. I think points would be good. This team, I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but 7 games is a healthy slice of the season. Who retires first, Cooper Flagg or Dwight Powell? That is a good question. That's a good question. Because I bet once Dwight's done playing, he's going to continue his career somehow. He is not going to be like he's not going to be unemployed. He's going to keep going. He's going to keep going. Predictions. Mavs win, Mavs lose. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Put in your prediction now. Put in your prediction now. I don't think I can make a poll in here. I don't really understand the software, to be honest. Oh, I'm on 2 cameras, though. That's pretty cool. Outside of PJ and Flag being aggressive, is there anything positive we can take from this? I'm going to be honest. Clay's Clay made some shots after essentially being benched. I mean, I think that's notable. You know. Now, is that something that's going to continue? I guess only time will tell. But that's at least something to hold on to. 103-102 Pelicans fire Nico. That is quite that's quite a prediction, and it might both. I mean, the first one might come true. The second one, I don't know. It might, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Mavs lose. This is going to be the breaking point loss. Wow. Mavs win by 1. Let's go. Let's go. I'm feeling Max Christie final second miss to lose the game. No. Anyone but Max. They calling that a foul? Oh yeah, Najee got him pretty good. Okay, yeah, no, that's a really bad challenge actually. I mean, it was off Queen's finger at the end, but Lou's unfortunately offense is still looking stiff out there. The offense does look really stiff. $99.93 Pels. That was a funny close-up on Najee just now. The camera was on Najee close-up as they announced the ruling in the arena, and Najee had a nice, like, kind of look. I could see that becoming a GIF. Because he was kind of laughing, and then all of a sudden he was like joking with the teammate, and then all of a sudden kind of. All right, Pels ball, 8:20 to go. We're not quite to every possession matters territory, but we're approaching. Jordan Hawkins, another tough shot, and missed that one. Good defense. Coop at the board goes left, picks up his dribble, and like to keep that alive if he can. Oh, D'Lo traveled. Did not get called. Oh. Loose ball foul. Herb going over the top on Coop. I think that's pretty lucky. I mean, that was a foul, but Fears got there first. Actually, I don't know if I mean, I'm glad Coop is getting the respect to get that call, but I'd be kind of upset if I was the Pelicans fan. Coop lefty finish, nice job, nice take, nice finish, nice up fake too. Nice and soft. Like he a jump stop finish like that is good for him with his struggles with finishing. I like the jump stop. Oh my God, Trey Murphy is just holding on for dear life right now. Fears, deep 3, awful miss. Did not catch it. Oh my God, you got to win this game, dude. You have no choice. You have to win this game. Najee to Coop. They're making it a point to go through Coop. Okay, I like that. And Coop turnover. 18-year-olds giveth and taketh. And Herb right down Broadway for the layup. That sucks. Shahid asking the right questions is Herb equals Herb and Herb equals Herb. Yes. Yes. That is absolutely yes. That was a really weird looking free throw from behind. And it's Mavs ball, baby. Under 7. Mavs down 2. D'Lo with the ball, right wing. Gets in the lane, throws it away again. Another bad decision. Another bad transition defense. D'Lo. Figure it out, bro. It's 2 pick sixes in a row for the Mavs. Down 4 now. Max right wing. I don't know if anyone knows what's going on. He's just going to put matters into his own hand and misses. Queen board. Got to get Gaff in the game, man. I don't mind this lineup right now. PJ, Najee, Coop, front court, but they're just coughing everything up right now. Hawkins, he wants it. Takes it all the way. Off the glass and timeout. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Any trade targets you go for? No one realistically attainable that can help this. The Mavs are stuck. That's one. Sorry, I spit a little bit. That was pretty funny. Oh boy, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Things were looking good. Things were looking good. I'm not going to lie. Things were looking good. But I don't, there's just not really. Things are not looking good right now. They were, but now they're not. D'Lo won't finish this year as a Mav. That one is tough because I believe since he signed a 1-year deal, it's technically he can be traded, but he's got essentially a no trade clause. It's not like one of those official no trade clauses, but because of early bird situation, I believe he would have to approve any trade. So it would be tough to pull off. It would have to be to a situation that he would want to go to, and that would want to trade for him. Vibes are negative regardless if we pull the win or not. I mean, I think at this point, honestly, you got to take a win, however you can get it. Even if it's a win now and apologize later kind of thing. If you're trying to actually if you're trying to do anything this season, you got to win this game. Like you've already lost at home to the Wizards. You cannot. You cannot be 0-2 at home against the Wizards and Pelicans. Like that would just be. That would be most unfortunate. 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter for the Mavs, and also 4 made shots. That is not a recipe for success. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That is not a recipe for success. But you know what? Rome built in a day and all that stuff. So let's see what we got. They've run some pretty good ATOs this season. I expect they'll get a decent look out of this, but down 6 minutes to go. Horns for Coop. Okay. Pick and roll, middle of the floor. I like it. Downhill. Okay. Lefty finish. Dude, I'm eating crow for Coop right now. I said he struggles going left, and he's finished left in this game 2 or 3 times now, including twice in this quarter. Very, very impressive game from Cooper Flagg tonight. I'm feeling very good about Coop. Jordan Hawkins almost ate shit. He came so close. Fears. All right. You got to get the board. You got to get that board, man. Jeremiah Fears to Queen. Okay, that was not a good decision to go left there. You had the right hand. B will watch out. Now fans watch out. All right. B will and Gaff in the game. J Kid must be reading chat. Someone on the bench is watching the stream right now. Shout out to you. Hit the stream with a thumbs up if it's helping you beat the Pelicans. Do not hit it with a thumbs down if it's helping you lose. None of the bad ideas are my fault. They're all your fault. Oh, that was a dangerous pass, but let's go for it. B will right down Broadway. Ooh, nice block by Trey Murphy. Sadiq Bey wanted a double dribble. All right, now you're officially running out of time. This is another clutch game. Mavs are 1-4 in these this season. You don't want to be 1-5. That's all I can say. You don't want to be 1-5. No passing is kind of an indictment, but is also like a suggestion. Like, stop passing the ball. You're just going to turn it over if you pass it. So just stop passing. Just no passes from now on for either team, to be honest. Either team. All right, the stop here could be good. No, rebound. Okay, Najee back in. Interesting. Clay in. Interesting. No point guard. Also interesting. Najee looking like he needs help. PJ save us. PJ turnover. Get back in transition. Nice defense. Tough finish. Okay. It's another turnover. That's 5 fourth quarter turnovers. Stop giving the ball to the other team. I know you're used to wearing white at home, but tonight you are wearing blue. Coop, what do you got for me? Almost, I don't love that possession, but what else are you going to do? You got no point guard in the game. You have no point guard in the game where you need points. And that is just fucking pathetic, man. Eight-point game, 3.5 to go. Coop? That was goaltending? I'm leaving here with something. That's all I'll say. I'm leaving here with something. Cooper Flagg, it's a good game. He will bounce back on you, that's for sure. The greats do that. I like that trait. Fears lefty, that's a tough shot. Jeez Louise, man. Clay? Can you be a hero? Coop? To Clay again? All right. Don't force it. PJ? Little out of control. Gaff? Hey! They don't make it look easy, but points are points. Points are points, folks. Right now, the Mavs have a 95.8 offensive rating in this game. It's the 29th best defense in the league they're going up against right now, by the way. All right. What do we got? 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 3-point game, 2:50 to go. Fears going right to left. Swings it over to the Mavs' best player, Trey Murphy. Handoff for Herb Jones. Pelicans just absolutely wasting time. They've been doing that way too much these last few minutes. I do not like their offense lately. Murphy going to settle for some garbage. Oh, he gets all the way to the rim. Are you serious? Wow. It looked like he was dead to rights, and he got a layup out of that. That's tough. Luckily, he missed everything. So it's Mavs ball. 2:38 to go, I think. Coop bringing it up the floor. Horns. Okay, Coop. Oh, drive. Kick out to Clay for three. Blocked. Oh, my God. Was that blocked or did that just slip out of his hands? He just never had the ball, did he? That's 6 fourth-quarter turnovers for the boys in blue. All right, Sadiq Bey, one-on-one. What do you got for me? Pull up three. You should feel bad for taking that shot. Coop, save us. Save us. Left to right. Shrugs him off. Gaff rebound. Everything just looks so hard. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. All right. Could really use them both, buddy. Could really use them both. All right. Now's not the time, Sewell. All right, Gaff makes the first. I really don't know how I would react to a buzzer beater. I like as much as I would love there to be a buzzer beater. I just feel that's a lot of pressure. It's the first time I've ever done this by myself. Oh, he makes it. All right. Okay. 140 left. It's a 1-point game. There's 100 seconds left. Well, there's less than that now. What are the Pelicans going to do? It's Derek Queen one-on-one versus Daniel Gafford. Herb goes left. Gaff stays with it. Nicely done. Mavs switching everything. That was just a complete disaster. Oh, my God. Is that a reset? That is a reset. Oh, boy. That's another turnover, isn't it? Oh, my God, dude. I don't know if Gafford had control of that ball, to be honest. I think spirit of the game says that he does because he's trying to make a move with it. He gets it and is trying to dribble. I think that's a change of possession. That should be a fresh shot clock, and it is. Okay. 118 to go, 96-95. Alvarado up top, guarded by Najee. These are two friends going at it. Going to get Queen. This is the exact same play the Pelicans ran last time. It went a little better this time. Sadiq Bey drives baseline right into Gafford. Lefty finish. Wow. Wow. What a finish by Sadiq Bey. I think he's looking around for Donnie Nelson and Tony Ronzoni somewhere in the building and say, hey, boys, you should have drafted me. But Sadiq, they don't work here anymore. It's 98-95 Pelicans with 106 to go. Sadiq Bey has 22 points. So when we were asking, someone asked in chat in the pregame, who's going to career tonight? Now, this is not Sadiq Bey's career high. I think he had 50 points in a game one time. But he does have 22, which is his highest point total of the season. And considering he didn't play a single game last season, it's also his highest since last season. And it is his highest in a game since March 6th, 2024. So let that ruminate for a little bit. Mavs down 3 with 1:06 to go. Devin said baby oil. Oh, my God. All right, 106 to go. What do? You don't need a 3 right now. You just need a good shot. Coop up top. ISO PJ Coop pick and roll. I like that, actually. Coop goes left. It's got to be a foul. It's got to be a foul. Jesus. All right, he got fouled about 5 times. Is he going to the free throw line? I believe he should be getting free throws out of this. He has not missed a free throw all season. He is 100% from the free throw line. Coop has a big scratch on his arm. 98-95, 59.4 to go. Need them both, man. Makes the first. All right. Coop's flirting with a 20-point game. Devin is not the permanent. Harp filled in on a game last week. I think Devin's just the number 1 guy right now. All right. 98-96. Coop lines up the second one. One dribble free throw routine is kind of awkward. I don't like that, but he makes it. 59.4 to go. Alvarado bringing up the ball. Pelicans lead 98-97. Again, wasting a lot of time here, man. Alvarado takes the screen, okay. Oh, spins, gets in the lane, up, misses, but is shooting free throws. Ball rimmed out. That would have been tragic. Alvarado shooting 2, 98-97, 46 seconds to go. I did not jinx number 1. Secondly, jinx don't even exist, all right? Jinxes don't even exist. Boom. All right, Alvarado lining up the second one. He takes 3 dribbles. That is a very serious free throw routine, and it is 100-97, 46.1 ticks to go. PJ inbounds to Coop. It's Max Christie in the game now for the Mavs. Gaff out there. Coop takes a double, like a staggered ball screen. I like that. Gets going downhill, stops, spins, got nowhere to go. Tries to draw a foul, doesn't get it. Gaff collects it, goes up righty, and finishes. I think the Pelicans thought there was going to be a foul call too, because Derek Queen kind of stopped moving his feet. 199, 25 seconds to go, folks. This is for all the Tostitos. Alvarado dribbles, kind of tricking some time off. Queen with the ball, going to hand off to Saddiq Bey. No, fakes it, goes himself, steps through. Oh, and he's fouled. Oh, my God, dude. That was such a nice move. He left Gafford in the dust. He just couldn't finish. Stepped through, just missed the dunk. And he definitely traveled. Absolutely traveled. But good foul. Hard foul. The rookie puts up his first offering, and it goes in. 11 seconds left on the nose. Mavs do have a timeout, so they can advance the ball. Of course, if Queen makes this next one, the Pelicans will foul. So the Mavs will burn their last timeout for nothing. It's a pretty tough situation. Queen puts up the second one. And it's no good. Bounces off. Coop with the rebound. Timeout. Herb Jones almost had it. Coop pulls it down. And it's Mavs ball with 9.8 to go. All right. I'm turning off the score bug for this. I don't want any spoilers. How do I make this go away? Go away. All right. Put in your predictions right now. What happens? Do the Mavs score? If so, is it a 2 or a 3 or free throws? Or do the Mavs miss? Or I think the favorite is, do the Mavs turn it over? Okay, do the Mavs even get a shot off? Put in your predictions now. Put in your predictions now. It's time. It's time. This is why they play the games. This is why they play the games. For moments like this. For moments like this. 9.8 left. Mavs breaking the huddle. No timeouts left. Important to mention. Don't spoil it, please. I think y'all are about a second ahead. Just shut your pie hole. Mavs breaking the huddle. It's Clay. It's Gafford. It looks like Coop. I thought PJ exited the huddle and Max Christie. PJ is the trigger man. Gafford down low. It's got to be a Max pin down for Coop to get a clean look up top. It's got to be. 9.8 to go. PJ inbounds. Christie does pin for Coop. Coop almost slips. Gafford screen. Coop going down. He'll pull up from the free throw line. Off the rim. Murphy rebounds and no one's there to foul. And the game is over. No! The game is over. What happened? Oh my God! Oh my God, dude. Showing the replay, Coop takes the screen, pulls up. He was a little off balance. Murphy gets the rebound. Coop just kind of flopped, I think. Gafford standing out of bounds trying to go for that rebound. Yeah, Gaff got out of the play. Clay is just standing back. And Coop and Derek Queen are doing a jersey swap. It's kind of weird. Mavs lose 101-99. Coop with the chance to tie it in the final seconds. Clings it. Pelicans get the rebound. And Mavs lose to the Pelicans at home. I would say that that's probably, honestly, with the way that they played tonight and with the way they played against the Pacers, it's probably justice that they lose one of those two. You know, the basketball gods, I said jinxes don't exist, but the basketball gods do exist. And if you play like that while the basketball gods are watching, then you're attempting fate. You were attempting fate. It's a 101-99 final score. Yes, the Mavs are the worst team in the West. Not the league yet. They play the Wizards on Saturday. That'll be for the worst team. Coop and Queen high school teammates. Thank you. That I did not realize that. Thank you for. I did not know that. Derek Queen played a really good game, by the way. Good God, man. They lost to the Pelicans. All right, well, thank you for watching the solo watch-along. First time we've ever done anything like this. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, the game sucked, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for the last few hours. What is going to happen now is I'm going to end this stream, and here, probably in about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to start a post-game right over there in the main set. It'll be me and KG. Ron Harrod Jr. will join us from American Airlines Center at some point to give us a report of what the hell happened, what happened. So we're gonna be breaking it all down. Hopefully you join us over there for post game. In the meantime, this is a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me again. It was a blast, and definitely looking forward to doing this again soon. So, all right, until next time, and by next time I mean until 10 minutes. I'm Bobby. Y'all are awesome. This was the a watch along of a basketball game that was played that we all watched together. Be well, and I'll see you soon. All right. Bye.
We all silly like the mayor.